So if you want to highlight, so this is something that we have done before. If you want to highlight the least value, how will you highlight it? Okay, let's assume that we're going to look at the entire set. Okay, and we want to highlight the row with the smallest genie. Okay, how would you do it with conditional formatting? Okay, so of course this is not strictly data mining topic, but it's good to know. If you are going to be using Excel a lot, then this is something that you want to know. And you use conditional formatting, and maybe there are different ways of doing this, but use a formula, and here we want to check just this column. Okay, so we want $S 46. Okay. So as you go through this entire highlighted range, you'll only look at column S, okay, 46 and then 47 and then 48 and so on. So if you have $sign for both S and 46, this is the only cell that will get compared. If you don't have the $sign for S, all of the cells starting from H or whatever the first cell was, and each and every one of them will get compared. But what we want is to look at only this column and select the one with the least value. Okay, so we say this is equal to the minimum of that. Now if we select the format, so we fill with the green and okay, color, so like that. Nothing happens. So why? Okay, let's look at. Okay, sometimes it requires a little bit of trial and error. It's because of that. Okay, let's see whether that inserted quotation mark, maybe because I didn't start with an equal sign. That's probably the reason. Okay, let's apply and see. Okay, so that it works. So there are two rows with the smallest number. Okay, so this is for Genie. Okay, and if you want to use a different conditional formatting for, say, the minimum value for entropy, and create a new rule. Okay, use formula, and we'll make sure that we have the equal sign $T 46. Remember why the reference, absolute reference, is important. Okay, if you have $T 46, only one cell, as the conditional formatting goes through the entire range, highlighted range, okay, you'll only look at, for the purpose of the rule, you'll only look at that one cell, T 46. Okay, if you don't have any $signs at all, as the conditional formatting moves through the entire range, every time it'll check that particular cell. Okay, like it'll check P sub 2 value here, P sub 2 value here, and Genie value here, and so on. But you don't want that. You want the values to be checked only here for selecting the cell, and then you want the format to be applied to the entire row. Since you want the formatting to be applied to the entire row, you are highlighting that entire range. But the checking for the condition should happen only in column T, and you want the checking to go down the list, so the row number should not have a dollar sign. So 46 will change to 47, to 48, and so on, but the column will always be T. So that's why that's that. And then if that is equal to the minimum here, all right. So now you do the format, whatever format you want. So you want that, and you want reverse it. Oh, can't see anything, so we'll put it back to automatic. Okay, so that's good. All right. So now we have the highlight, yellow highlight gives you the smallest possible value for entropy, the green for G. Okay. Then once that is done, then you perform that split. Okay, so which means that you will use that rule. Okay, here suppose if you want to use entropy, then you would go to income, and all the records with income less than or equal to 82.8 will go to the left side, and everything else will go to the right side. So now you will have, from the root node, now you will have two branches, okay, where you have split the records, the database records, into two sets. Okay. Now of course once you have done that, then you have to repeat until you go down to the